Douyu Yule Cup 2021 Season 1. We're in the playoffs already. A good achievement, a really good one. One of the best results so far in the young player 15 Sway's career. 19 years only. One of the youngest players in professional Warcraft, one of the most talented ones, capable of playing multiple races, but now going up against one of the all-time greats. LawLiet has himself been looking amazing, has always been outstanding in this matchup against Human. And we're gonna hop right in because our game is starting. Terenas stand, a map oftentimes vetoed in many matchups, but here a classic in Human versus Night Elf. MK against Warden, as is the classic on Terenas. I think I forgot about you earlier, Just Magic. Sorry about that. Thank you for your 9-month resub. He says, shout out to Back to Jail. What do you mean? I'm here. I'm here, and I'm enjoying these games, with all you guys. And gals. Fast level 2 at the Merc camp, as is to be expected. LawLiet with the Diablo Ancient of War. This is also standard nowadays. You want to be able to creep up the Warden to level 3 as quickly as you can. 15 Sway is going to reach level 3 a little faster with a double militia call. Warden with decent items. Invuln, Mantle, Wand of Illusion. Nothing crazy though. At nighttime, we're going to see some telestaffs. LawLiet goes for the first Berserker. That one, the Mountain King would love to snipe away. Expansion now coming up. This is oftentimes the moment where the MK will pick up the staff and teleport across the map to look for kills there, while his units keep the expansion safe. LawLiet probably going for his own staff. So it's all about movement here. It's not about assessing the situation, managing risk, and minimizing damage. 15 Sway though, playing very passively. He's just keeping everything at the expansion. And if you, I don't know if you guys knew this, but with Wand of Illusion, you can use Shadow Meld. And that's what we see right there. LawLiet scouting ahead with the Wand of Illusion. The Warden behind that Wand of Illusion, which is pretty cool. And the Warden got level 3. The MK didn't manage to staff in, didn't kill anything. LawLiet is trying to bolt some Storm Bolts out of the Mountain King, but 15 Sway isn't falling for this. He realizes quickly that that was only an illusion. But LawLiet got his level 3. He's got his expansion coming up now, Proxy. His tech has already started. It's a solid early game for LawLiet. He didn't find many kills, but he also didn't take any damage himself. Mountain King now moving out, but just walking, not staffing. So he wants to be able to staff back if that need should arise. Oh, good scout here. Footy sees the expansion. That might lead to a cancel. Warden staffing onto the illusion. And now it's time for Fan of Knives. MK is going to follow up with his own staff. The Warden's just going to blink out. Again, LawLiet doesn't do a lot of damage here. He would have loved to kill 5 peasants, but if he can't, he won't. He doesn't overextend. He still controls the movement on the map, and he continues to take no damage. No Archer lost, no Berserker lost, no expansion cancelled. LawLiet with a solid game here so far. I wonder if he's going to go for a second hero or not. LawLiet has been going through many different styles over the last couple of years with his Warden. Solo Warden was very popular for a long time. We saw Tinker plus Warden for a while. We saw Warden plus Panda again for a while. Oh, and there he is. There is the Panda. I would have expected Solo Warden, because it's the coolest, flashiest way to play. And LawLiet is, without a question, the best Warden player in the world. Pretty much nobody else can beat the top humans with only Warden, at least on Terenas. But he can. Gonna blink in with the Warden and gonna use that Invuln potion now. And again, he's not just doing this to kill off the peasants, he's also doing it to alleviate pressure off of the map to ensure the pandas safe creeping. But also a good play by 15 Sway. He's not falling for this. He's not getting distracted by the Warden in the main. He's going to look for the Creepjack, but LawLiet, again, with a beautiful counterplay, moves away in time, loses only the Ancient of War, not the Panda and all the units. 4 peasant kills, I think, in the main, so this is starting to become painful for 15 Sway. LawLiet is not able to power level this Panda, but still, he's controlling the game and minimizing damage. He's finally going to lose his first unit, the Berserker, and that's good experience for the Mountain King. Soon there will be Dryads joining though, and with Dryads, and they're slow, LawLiet's going to regain a lot of map control. And with that should be able to finally creep up his expansion. Kinda did get the level 2 now. And LawLiet has the Mud Golem, that's a cool addition here as well, slowing down the MK, making his life a little bit harder, forcing the TP. Well no, I guess that was the staff. And that Mud Golem can actually be helpful later on. Against something like Knights, or also against tanks. Nowadays though, a pretty popular strat for humans is mass Dragonhawks, mass air. But against that, of course, the Panda is very effective with his AoE abilities. Probably the main reason why we see a lot of Panda again nowadays. Muddy! Oh no. Poor Mud Golem, I think, has just been lost. But the lumber is just in shambles for 15 Sway. He finally got a shredder. And he's going to have lumber again soon, but his tier 3 is significantly delayed. Winter is coming, people are saying, hell yeah, dude. I helped a friend who was moving houses yesterday, on Sunday, and we drove back this morning. It was cold, dude. It was cold as hell. It's like -3 Celsius or something. Ancient of War lost. That's a little painful for LawLiet. He can't creep the bottom left now as easily as he would like to. He's probably gonna have to wait for a bigger army, ideally bears, to creep that up. I think he lost both Agents of War now, right? Ooh. Did you see that? Stormbolt dodge with a wisp. Nicely done. And it is Griffin Aviers after all. Even from... Is 15 Sway behind in this game? Is this a weak position that he is in? I would say sort of. It always seems like Dragonhawks are most effective and only effective if you're playing from a lead. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I see the copy pasta is back as well. And you guys have been very creative recently with the copy pastas. I think there's like 3 or 4 circling around right now. Not bad, not bad. Alright, I know. -3 Celsius isn't cold for a lot of people. Like, especially if you're living in Russia or Norway or somewhere. But here it's cold, okay? It rarely drops below 0. We have the Blood Mage in now. Threatening the Warden a little bit. Of course, we all know the power of Siphon Mana. But the Warden can still defend the bases fairly reliably with the Dryads, and the Panda was creeping in the middle. Panda now, level 3. Warden low HP, but she should be fine. Fan Blink. Heal Potion as well. And the Orb of Venom. Here we go. That's a big power spike for her. And it seems like the Panda is finally going to come back. The Warden, though, in serious trouble now, but always just barely survives. And the Panda Bear is helping her now defending. Finally gonna clean this up, or is she? Oh, the Warden! Woof! MK canceled the staff. He almost had the Stormbolt. Oh my god, that was so close. He wants that kill. Shadow Meld? Didn't want to rely on the Shadow Meld. Has to use the TP to keep the Warden alive, but that is certainly worth it. Blood Mage dies, and now the Warden wants revenge. But she doesn't have mana, so MK should be fine as well. Here we have the Dragonhawks. More than 1,000 gold still for 15 Sway. His early expansion certainly paying off. But the Panda is also leveling heavily. And not just Breath of Fire is good against Dragonhawks, also Drunken Haze is really good. "12-second duration with a lot of mischance. Rune Bracers for the Panda, couple of rings, very survivable now, which is always nice to have. And a ton of creep priority for the Panda. This Warden has pretty much been creeping nothing since the early game. Very interesting, right? LawLiet doesn't bank on the Warden purely. He now uses her sort of as a decoy mostly, and harass peasants every now and then a little bit. But he's not level 5, so she can't slaughter those peasants as quickly as she would on higher levels. She's just distracting, buying time for the Panda to level up and to almost get level 5. This Panda might be level 5 before the first big fight. Double heal scroll for 15 Sway. He's gonna need those scrolls desperately against this Panda. He got 2 now, but they have a 2-minute cooldown, so they are a rare commodity. And there it is. Panda reaches level 5 perfectly with the last little green camp. It's always amazing how LawLiet's creep route always works out perfectly. Just flawlessly. Wonderful to see. Oh, and you get a mana stone as well, which is, of course, pretty nice. We're seeing some mortar teams now being added into the mix as well. Can be very effective against the Dryads. Fairies! Oh! He's gonna try to counter Dragonhawks with fairies. I've never seen that before. Normally the counter to it is Dryads plus strong heroes. But LawLiet is doing fairies against Dragonhawks. Does that work? I guess we'll find out. The Dryads are having a pretty tough time. Alright, here we go. Fairies flying in, Drunken Haze with a fire. Oh my god, he hit everything. Everything is Drunken Haze, everything is missing. Heal scroll here. Desperately needed for 15 Sway. The top right third base attempt was stopped. Panda with the next Breath of Fire connects again, but now completely out of mana. But he does still have that mana stone. And this Dragonhawk attack is again looking scary. In this matchup on this map, it is seen quite a bit nowadays. Only one orb of Venom here for LawLiet is a big problem. Second orb on the Panda would have been a big help. Mana stone used. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Ooh, that's a lot of damage now. And the Warden is level 5. One more fan, perhaps, to kill off everything. Speaking of killing off everything, in the meantime, the Blood Mage died. I think it was the Blood Mage. I didn't even see it, because there was so much stuff happening. And LawLiet holds the big attack, gets a ton of experience, has double level 5 heroes, and that is usually the one timing that Human has with this strategy. You have one powerful attack with the Dragonhawks, but if that one fails, normally the game is over. 15 Sway, though, is not going to give up yet. His hero levels are looking decent. MK might be close to level 5. But now the Warden with her level 5 can start the harass against the peasants with brutal efficiency. Blink, fan. He's even bringing the ferries. If there was a Zeppelin here to save these peasants, he could be able to take that out as well with the ferry dragons. I'm not sure if the ferries did a lot in that fight. I think it was mostly the Panda and the Warden. But interesting idea, certainly. They're magic immune, so they can't be shackled. They can't be storm bolted. They don't do a lot of damage, though. Also, I guess, however, neither do the Dragonhawks. Too much. I wonder if this is going to become meta now. Dragonhawk's mass air has been meta for quite a while now on the human side. I wonder if mass ferries is just gonna... It's just a little experimental thing for LawLiet here, or if we're gonna see it more in the future. Gonna be interesting to look at over the next couple of months. But yeah, 15th Sway is in a ton of trouble. 50 supply only. He's banking right now. He's taking a lot of damage on these Dragonhawks. Definitely gonna need another regen scroll soon. Blink dodge on the Stormbolt. LawLiet does that in his sleep. And again, the Warden is distracting, forcing attention in the north. And LawLiet is expanding again. Bottom left, we have third base coming up. Panda sitting next to his shop. Maybe he's gonna buy an orb. Please, buy an orb. It's pretty good. You could even add a third hero. What would be good as a third hero, though? Keeper, maybe. Keeper to keep entangling the Blood Mage. To carry the orb. Maybe Demon Hunter. But then again, there's 0 creeps left on the map, so it's always weird to go for a third hero in that kind of situation. Warden is zipping across the map with a blink. But 15th Sway was able to build up another big army. After saving a bit of gold, he's back up to 70 supply. LawLiet is at 80 though. And is again flying in with the Warden. And there you can see the ferries trying to take out the Zeppelin. The Warden. Oh, close! But actually most of these peasants survive. Didn't cost LawLiet too much. He didn't lose too many ferries. Maybe 1 or 2. And of course he bought a lot of time for himself. LawLiet could go up to 100 supply now if he wanted to. He's probably been getting a lot of upgrades for his ferries as well. Ferries, bears, dryads all benefit from the same upgrade type. Which is a big advantage for Night Elf late game over the other races. And 15th Sway. He's probably going to kill this expansion. LawLiet can let this go. He only really wants to defend his natural. The third base he's not so invested in. But he's going to take the fight now that he sees the opportunity. Link in from the Warden. There's an anti-magic. Not using it yet. Panda trying to get into range. Ooh, Drunken Haze Breath of Fire ignites everything. Holy moly. Heal Scroll being used against it right away. Siphon Mana. Running for a long time. That was pretty effective. Breath of Fire. Oh, a little bit too late to ignite again. With one Drunken Haze, you can ignite twice. With 2 Breaths of Fire. But LawLiet wasn't quite able to pull that off perfectly. That's a lot of damage on these Dragonhawks. Perfectly lined up. Certainly is the Panda for the cone of damage. A lot of Triads went down. But also a lot of Dragonhawks about to fall. The Warden about to fall as well. But she had the healing. And the Panda gets to level 6. Doesn't have mana for the ult. But has mana for 1 more breath. But this fight, I guess you could argue, did go to 15th Sway maybe. But of course now, we have the level 6 Warden, and we have the Avatar of Vengeance soon. Once again, we see the Fairy Dragon damage. Not that powerful. Oh no, the Warden isn't level 6 yet. Excuse me, I thought she was, but she's not really. Now she is, though. She was just inches away. She also might be falling. Warden extremely hurt now. Panda out of mana. LawLiet, is he going to have to give up this position? If he does, if he's forced to, he's going to lose his expansion. Which he, again, can afford to. The Panda almost roasting the Blood Mage right there. Super low HP. Paladin doesn't have mana for the Holy Light anymore. Super long fight. That LawLiet just barely seems to have lost. But he acquired double level 6. And he can now go for the ultimates. Can he save the Panda somehow? I don't believe so. Panda seems to be dead. Oh no, he saves him with a staff! The Warden blinked across the river and staffs him out. LawLiet. With the swag plays. But you know, considering 15 Sways playing against LawLiet, one of the best players in the world, he's keeping this very even. And he's pulling off this strategy pretty well. These late game fights are pretty neck and neck. I'm still a little triggered that the Panda doesn't have an Orb of Venom. But now we have the Avatar of Vengeance, and that changes a lot. The Dryad's going down will provide corpses for the Avatar of Vengeance, and that's going to be the piercing damage that is so desperately needed against this Mass Air style. Stormbolt Siphon, Panda losing a lot of mana. But the spirits! Once again, the Warden showing how strong her ultimate can be. And the Panda showing his as well. Storm, Earth, and Fire has been used from the Panda. Cycloning the MK up in the air could perhaps surround him. And this seems to be the last moments now of this game. As everything is falling, this should be curtains. The Panda goes for the Cyclone Surround and takes out the Mountain King. Oh, there's one more Holy Light, but that's probably not going to be enough to save him. Even holds the Surround through the Invul Potion. LawLiet wants that kill. It's a big invuln. Oh, is he actually going to get out? Perhaps he will. Even using the taunt, LawLiet trying everything. The staff is still on cooldown. Could transfer the Yonk, maybe. Both heroes here in a bit of trouble. Panda returns in his normal form, but is out of mana. 15 Sway is doing everything he can. But he will finally lose the MK and the game. GG. 1-0 for LawLiet. Super solid game by LawLiet, as we have come to expect from him. Certainly looking in shape there, but it wasn't a complete blowout. It was pretty even. 15 Sway didn't get much of a foot on the ground in the early game. LawLiet certainly outplayed him there and controlled the tempo of the game how he wanted to. And showed his class. But late game, I thought he was going to get completely destroyed and have no chance, but the Mass Dragonhawks still can provide quite a few issues for the Night Elf. Fairy Dragon adjustment transition was cool. I don't think it is a clear hard counter that works super well. It's mostly the Warden and especially the Panda who got level 5 quickly. LawLiet did all the things he needed to do. But yeah, 15 Sway kept it close, of course. LawLiet is the big favorite in this match. If he makes the 2-0 here, he's going to be through into the semifinals. Because, as I said earlier, it's best of 3 here still in the quarterfinals. Only the grand final tomorrow will be best of 5. Semifinals, which is also happening tomorrow, will also be best of 3. We have 2 semifinals already determined, with Focus and Shimiko earlier. They move on into the semifinals. And in the top 4, by the way, the prize money begins. The top 8 finishers don't get a payout. Only the top 4, so pretty top heavy, as is sort of standard in Asia. LawLiet now 1 map away from making it into the money, into the top 4, and would be the first Night Elf and the only Night Elf to do so. Could be a perfect race distribution of one of each race, if also 1-0 wins later his game, where of course the Chinese is also the favorite against Soen. Thank you, The Fervor, with a 6-month resub, says B2W and DE and Canada merge less than 3. Yes, absolutely. Was exciting news last week. Carson and Bidu officially joined our team, and we'll be working very closely together from now on, and be doing a lot of stuff together, which is pretty cool. LawLiet with a very convincing game number 1. Showed the young kid what was up on Terenas stand. Now, with match point, we go into Amazonia. Very different map. Very different hero. No Warden here anymore. We used to see a little bit of Warden on this map. Also from Moon, which always confused me. On Terenas stand, Moon almost never played Warden. He played Keeper and Beastmaster and stuff. But on AZ he did. Never quite got that. But maybe he prefers the 1-base Warden style over the 2-base macro harass Warden style. Moon, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, has been playing on War 3 Champions. He started playing, I think, a week ago or something. And last I checked, he had a record of 36-0. The legend, the 5th race. I wonder who's going to be the first to beat him. It's going to be pretty hype. I think he hasn't met Happy yet. That would be a sick game. Moon versus Happy, WGL, 2019 I think it was. One of my favorite series of all time. '15 Sway, cheeky, going for the expansion creep right away. LawLiet saw it with a Wisp, but didn't want to harass it right away. Well, the Wisp detonate misses a little bit. Slight mistake by LawLiet. Ideally, you want to get that last hit, get the experience, and the instant level 2. Instant level 2 is also going to be acquired for the AM here upon completing the camp. Is he actually going to expand? Or is he sending those militia back? Oh yes, he is. Expansion will be starting, and LawLiet not concerned with harassing early. He's just creeping for now. Oh, investing a lot of mana into this Kobold. He wants to take him out before the AM gets here to steal the last hit. But he gets the last hit. AM gets the experience, which is a big deal of the level 5 Taskmaster. Now LawLiet's going to have a much tougher time making it to level 3. Ancient of War proxy up at the expansion. That's pretty cool. At this stage in the game, the human can't really afford to call militia, and all the footies are engaged in the south. That is a giga brain Ancient of War. Love that. Oof. Keeper very hurt. I don't think he can fully heal up here from the Moonwells. Yeah, not even close. Good play by 15 Sway. Applying the pressure here. He actually did call militia. Oh, wow. His lumber is going to be in the dumpster. Can't deny those last hits. It's important to prevent leveling on the Keeper as much as possible. Thank goodness he got that last hit on the Taskmaster. Otherwise, Keeper would be 3 now, and pressure would continue. Ancient of War finishes despite the militia trying to take it out, but he might still kill it off here after all. Yeah, should be able to. With the AM damage coming in, Ancient of War is going to go down. And that Ancient of War may have slowed down the tech, so it looked brilliant, and I think it was a good idea, but maybe it ended up hurting LawLiet more than it benefited him. Keeper finally gets to level 3. LawLiet must be a little annoyed that he didn't get that last hit earlier. But now he's level 3. And that is, of course, the powerful level up for the Keeper. Normally that means Entangle level 2, but can also be Treants. Archers coming in, trying to cancel the tower. Mass repair. Every single peasant repairing this tower, but it's not enough. Piercing damage against the light armor of the scout tower. Working out very well. Shadow Meld being used. Oh, and that's smart again, because the lab isn't crept. LawLiet knows that this Shadow Meld cannot be dealt with. 15 Sway doesn't have reveal. He's got a cloak himself, but LawLiet could reveal against this. Pretty hectic right now. The hero's very hurt, the archer's very hurt. LawLiet's gonna TP out. Lose one of his archers. And that's level 3 for the IM. Which again, he gets thanks to that Cobalt Steel earlier. Excuse me. Naga second. Archers, Naga. And the pressure continues. Very stressful playstyle to play against as human. You're under pressure at all times. You have to hold on with just footmen. Normally you want to try to tech quickly if you can, and then go double barracks and just mass footmen. Hold on, hold on, hold on, until finally you get to knights. And triple hero. Couple of footmen going down here, but that is sort of their job. AM also needs to be careful with his own movement. Very hurt already. Does have a TP, of course, but you want to be careful with that as well. LawLiet taking out peasants, taking out footies, getting quite a bit of experience here. Water elementals also provide good XP. 15 Sway, still not enough lumber for the tech. When the Shredder returns, finally he's going to be able to start tier 2. But LawLiet is pretty close to tier 3 already. Then he's going to get an orb and a third hero. Probably an alchemist, although there's different options. He could go alchemist, he could go Potom. The strongest late game third hero for him would be Demon Hunter. But it can be hard to creep that hero up, especially on a small map like AZ. I remember after WGL, I talked with LawLiet a little bit, you know, when he lost to Infi, but he had that great series against him, was so close. I was really impressed with his playing. He was the only Night Elf in the world who had any chance against Infi. And there he showed the Keeper, Naga, Demon tri-hero. Keeper first, Naga second, Demon Hunter third. And I think that is still the best tri-hero combo, and just hero combo in general, that Night Elf can go for against human. Keeper, Naga, Demon. I wonder if we see it here again, or if LawLiet has figured out something new. It's a lot of archers, by the way. Oh. Entangle. Focus. AM is going to have to TP out here. There's going to be a reveal. Ooh. Oh! The stag! Ooh, the stag almost killed him. He's actually getting away. Oh! No, does have to TP. Alright. Oh, the Naga! With a snipe! Ooh! He doesn't have tier 2 yet! He can't go for a heal potion yet! Diving into the back line, kills off the AM. And gets away with murder. Oh, if he kills the Shredder as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mass repair. Whew. Shredder survives, just barely. So tier 3 is done. That means Orb, that means Mountain Giants, and that should also mean third hero. It is the Alchemist. Alright. The heal spray, definitely very good for keeping these archers alive. And a bit of acid bomb can also help. LawLiet could counter expand at some point, but has not done so yet. Main downside of the Alchemist is he's a really bad orb carrier, unlike Demon and Potom. Because at some point, LawLiet will probably get to triple orb of Venom, or at least could get to triple orb of Venom. But he's on a bit of a suicide mission here, trying to create space and buy time for the AM to return, and finally for the MK to come out as well. Tier 2 has been delayed so much by 15 Sway, we still haven't seen the second hero. Crazy experience lead for LawLiet. He's got a Keeper almost 5, Naga almost 3, and the AM is only level 3 himself. He is now finally back, and there is double racks, so Knights will be coming. Yeah, but levels wise, 15 Sway is having a rough time. LawLiet pretty bold to be so aggressive here with the Keeper. If the MK arrives and uses the Stormbolt, that could be his end. But LawLiet ain't afraid. Just keep creeping. Keeps away pretty much all the camps for the human. Where the hell is 15 Sway gonna go creep now? Top left Merc camp, kind of the only place he can go to. So very predictable for LawLiet, where he may want to creep Jack. And even that camp, you know, tough to get to. Oh wait, he actually has the lab left. 15 Sway has the lab left. I forgot about that. Didn't creep that early on. Alchemist gonna get level 3 at this camp as well. We haven't seen a single Mountain Giant yet. Belt of Giant Strength, not the best item, but LawLiet got tons of experience, and that is certainly worth a lot already. Dude, this Keeper just finding kill after kill. Thank you, Giru, with a 12-month resub. I also like tomatoes. I am trying to find the cancel against the expansion, but he's a little too late. At least he's able to run away. Doesn't have to use the TP. We haven't seen any other units yet for LawLiet here on map 2, outside of the archers. There it is. AM has to use the TP. LawLiet could go for a second orb now if he wants. It should be ready. Could put that on the Naga. Although, of course, Cold Arrow is also still good to have. Orb of Venom and Cold Arrow don't stack. You can only have one orb effect at a time. Imagine how strong Naga would be if she could stack both. Like if her attacks would provide both orb effects. That would be crazy. Keep level 5, TPing to the expansion. Oh wait, is he playing mass gyro bombs? Maybe. MK dies pretty quick. 15 Sway suffering continues. Expansion is now mining for LawLiet. 15 Sway still not with a very big army. I guess he just went for the gyros expecting chims. LawLiet is a big fan of chimeras, so wouldn't be too surprised to see those. That focus fire against the Knights very effective. Fog Lightning comes in as well. But these archers are still very exposed. And we have a bear coming in. No Mountain Giants. Which does make sense, seeing Knights now, where Mountain Giants sort of get hard countered. But only sort of. Was for the Roar, also amazing. A bit of rejuve. Never hurt anybody. MK dying again. This might be the end here, boys. The damage on these archers is extremely high. One D-spool comes through, dispelling the Roar partly. And a few archers are going down. Although 15 Sway is definitely the one with more losses. Roar again. Hallie dead. And that's it. GG 2-0 for LawLiet. As impressively as we have